Good morning. Today we discuss the topic non-inverting amplifier. In the previous session, we discussed about inverting amplifier using an op amp. In that case, we used a closed loop mode, that is in negative feedback mode. So the gain of the op amp must be less than that when we compared with the open loop gain. And in the non-inverting mode, we also use the closed loop mode or feedback mode. Consider the figure. The changes in the figure, when we compare it with inverting amplifier, is that first one is the input is applied at the plus or the non-inverting terminal, and the Ri resistor or the resistor connected to the inverting terminal is grounded. Ri is grounded. In inverting amplifier, we give the signal at the Ri and the non-inverting terminal is grounded. And here also a feedback is given, that is from V out to the negative terminal through the resistor Rf. Here we can observe that the resistors Rf and Ri form a voltage divide at the inverting input. That is, the resistors Rf and Ri form a voltage divider at the inverting input. This gives the negative feedback in the circuit. From the figure, it is clear that the resistor Ri is grounded. here it is from the figure, it is clear that the resistor Ri is grounded and the input signal is applied at the non-inverting terminal, isn't it? The input is given at the non-inverting terminal. So the output signal will be non-inverted. Okay. Or the output signal will be in phase with the input signal. Because of this, we call it as non-inverting amplifier. The output is in phase with the input signal. So we called it as a non-inverting amplifier. Now we go to analyze the voltage gain of this amplifier. Since the input impedance of the op amp is very high, the potential at point A is same as V. We know that the input impedance of op amp is very high. So the current through the terminals plus and minus, inverting and non-inverting, must be 0. So the current flowing through RF must be flows through Ri. Okay. Here at the non-inverting terminal, we apply the input V in. So as the input impedance of the op amp is very high, there is no voltage drop across between the terminals. So at the point A, it must be, the voltage must be V. To find the voltage gain, we use the concept that the current passing through Ri and Rf must be same. Here the voltage across Ri, the voltage across Ri. Here the potential is 0 and here the potential is V in. So the potential drop or the voltage across Ri must be equal to V. And here, look at here. Here it is V out. In the first one of the ends of RF, the voltage is V out and the other end it is V in. So the voltage drop across RF must be equal to V out minus V in. Okay. And we know that the current through Ri is equal to the current through RF. So we can equate the current through the resistors. We know that the voltage across Ri is V in. To obtain the current, we must divide the voltage with resistance. Then we can write V in divided by Ri is equal to the voltage across RF is equal to V out minus V in. Then the voltage V out minus V in divided by RF. Okay. We arrange the terms. We cross multiply this quantity. Sorry. We interchange the numerator of the LHS and the denominator of RHS. We write RF divided by R in must be equal to V out minus V in divided by V in. Okay. Now we arrange the expression. Now the expression is RF divided by R in is equal to. Now the expression we get is RF divided by R in is equal to V out minus V in divided by V. The RHS is written as V out divided by V in minus V in divided by V in, isn't it? V in divided by V in, it must be equal to 1. Okay. And V out divided by V in, it is the voltage gain minus 1, or RF divided by R in is equal to AV minus 1, or AV, voltage gain of this amplifier, that is equal to 1 plus RF divided by R in. Here we, in the figure, we only use Ri. So I write in that way, that is RF divided by Ri. It is the voltage gain of the non-inverting amplifier. Here there is no negative sign. It indicates that the output voltage is in phase with the input voltage. We get the expression of voltage gain of non-inverting amplifier, that is equal to 1 plus RF divided by Ri. It is the voltage gain, expression for voltage gain. When we look at this expression, it is clear that the voltage gain of such an amplifier depends on the values RF and RI, and it is not depend on the open loop gain. So in non-inverting amplifier also we can construct an amplifier with different gain, as in the case of inverting amplifier. Now the informations obtained from the non-inverting amplifier is summarized. First one, the voltage gain of non-inverting amplifier depends upon the values of RF and RI. The voltage gain of non-inverting amplifier can be made equal to or greater than 1. It may be, we know that the expression is 1 plus RF divided by RI. So we can't reduce the gain of non-inverting amplifier less than 1. The minimum gain of non-inverting amplifier must be 1. It is the minimum gain of non-inverting amplifier must be 1. When the RF divided by R1 approximately is equal to 0, the gain must be equal to 1. Okay. That is, we know that the gain AV is equal to 1 plus RF divided by R1. So if RF divided by RI is equal to 0, approximately is equal to 0, the gain must be equal to 1. Then we will get a unit gain amplifier. We will discuss such an amplifier in next page. Then the next part, the voltage gain of a non-inverting amplifier will always be greater than the gain of an equivalent inverting amplifier by a value of 1. That with the same RF and RI, if we use the same values of RF and RI in an inverting amplifier and in a non-inverting amplifier, the gain of non-inverting amplifier will be greater than inverting by a value 1. Okay, let it be. The value of RF is equal to let RF is equal to 10 kilo ohm and Ri is equal to 1 kilo ohm. Okay. In the case of inverting amplifier, AV of inverting amplifier must be equal to എന്തായിരിക്കും? It must be equal to RF. It is equal to minus RF divided by Ri. So that is equal to minus 10. When we use these values for a non-inverting amplifier, the gain is 1 plus RF divided by R1 Ri. So it must be equal to 11. And here it is a gain is 10. The minus sign indicates it must be out of phase or inverting. So gain is 10 here and it is gain is 11 here. So the difference is 1. Okay. Here we consider an amplifier, inverting amplifier with gain 150. Then equivalent non-inverting amplifier have a gain with 151. The non-inverting amplifier must have gain RF divided by Ri plus 1. So the gain of the non-inverting amplifier must be greater than inverting amplifier with a value 1. And here the voltage gain is positive. What it means? It means the output signal is in phase with the input signal. Now we go to the voltage follower or unity gain amplifier. Unity gain voltage follower. By the name, it represents the output follow the input, or the output must be equal to the input. Okay. We have discussed in non-inverting amplifier when the value of RF divided by Ri ratio is approximately is equal to 0, the gain must be equal to 1. Look at the figure. Here, when we compare it with non-inverting amplifier, instead of RF, we short it. Short means resistance. Short means resistance is equal to 0. So the RF is equal to 0. And there is no Ri resistor, or no resistor is connected to ground, or we can say that it is opened. By open, it means infinite resistance. So RF is equal to 0 or Ri is equal to infinity. Okay. When we look at the expression of non-inverting amplifier, when RF is equal to 0 or Ri is equal to 0, the ratio RF by Ri must be equal to 0. So the gain of such an amplifier must be equal to 1. here we remove RF and RI resistors and short the output of the amplifier to the inverting input terminal. So the voltage gain can be calculated as the voltage gain must be equal to we know that the expression for voltage gain, that is AV is equal to 1 plus RF divided by RI. So this quantity RF is 0 or Ri is infinity. So the gain must be equal to, this quantity must be equal to 0. So the gain must be equal to 1. Okay, the voltage gain of the follower is equal to 1. Thus the closed loop voltage gain of the voltage follower is 1. Then what will be the application of an voltage follower? What is the need of an voltage follower? It does not give any voltage gain. An important need such an amplifier is for impedance matching. An voltage follower has very high input impedance and very low output impedance. So we can use it as a impedance matching amplifier, or it can be used as a buffer amplifier to be connected between high impedance source and low impedance load. Okay. Now I stop the topic non-inverting amplifier here. I will discuss some other amplifier in the next session.